welcome to the Moto Mohawk motovlogging channel. I'm going to take you today on a little trip on a back road that I really enjoy riding. All of the video you're going to see is mostly here in the bluegrass state of Kentucky. And these back roads are pretty interesting here. Very narrow. I tell some people not from the state here that it's basically like Kentucky just goes ahead and pays the deer path and calls it a road. So today I'm riding a 2022 Royal Enfield Classic 350. It's the Signals edition in Signal Marsh Gray. Picked it up about 2 weeks ago. I now have 247 miles on it. Someone's doing some tree service there. Almost ready for my 300-mile service here. Unfortunately, my dealership is about 2 weeks out from being able to get me in, and I really don't want to take a 2-week delay in riding, so I think I'm going to do the first service myself. These roads are narrow, and this is the most traffic I've ever seen on this road, honestly. Usually it's just me all alone out here. So now we're opening up into some beautiful Kentucky horse country here. So I'm coming back to riding. We took our motorcycle safety, basic safety course here last weekend or the weekend before, and past that at a Harley-Davidson dealership. That was an interesting experience. We had some of the class not make it, but most of the class ended up making it through. Definitely riding one of those Street 500s versus my Enfield. I enjoy my Enfield a lot more than that. But I've taken to riding here. I used to ride when I was younger with my father. We actually restored an old Yamaha XS 400 motorcycle, and I used to ride a lot. I actually wrecked a vehicle, and it was my only mode of transportation for a little while through college. But when I had a child, I said I wouldn't ride until she was old enough to take care of herself. I made that pact with my wife. So now my daughter is old enough to take care of herself. She took the course with us and didn't pass this time, but she learned a lot to be able to do on the next go around. It's lots of skills to practice for future, to get her ready for the test again. She's got a Kawasaki Z125 Pro in 2019 that I was able to pick up cheap, and that's a fun little bike too. I'm not the smallest guy, 5'11", 225, and it zips me around pretty well. It's hard to tell. The speedometer on that thing was a little off. It says I can get up to about 58 miles an hour, but I'm not sure I'm actually staying up with traffic at that. So I would say we're probably going about 54, 53. And that's about full out on a straightaway with me on it. I'm sure she's much lighter, so she'll have a better shot at it. Getting some top speed. This is just a fun road to ride. Like I said, mostly no traffic on it. A little bit more today. But yeah, I've taken up riding again. I think it's a good stress outlet, and I watched a lot of videos on YouTube before I ended up buying my bike and getting into riding again. And I agree everything that they said in all those YouTube videos of, you know, don't buy a bike for the wrong reason, and, you know, you're not going to save gas on it. Although the Royal Enfield does get great gas mileage, but, you know, you have all the extra costs of service. If you have to service it through a dealer, you have the insurance. And then once you get a bike, you have to buy accessories for it, which I've done with this Royal Enfield. I've added some saddlebags, an engine guard, some adjustable handles for the brake and clutch, because I like having to be able to set exactly where I enjoy them. So once you add up all that, you're not really saving any money. You're spending you're spending thousands on a bike. You're spending, you know, lots of money on accessories to make it the way you want. So if you like riding a bike, just buy a bike and ride a bike. You know, don't think you have to do it for a certain reason. This is a neat old corner. Looks like an old crossroads here. There's a general store probably at one time. Still getting used to my boots. Just got a new pair of Felco Aviator boots from FC Moto in Germany. Took me about a month to get them. Took a while to get through customs here in the US, but they are fabulous. I can't recommend them enough. Super comfortable right out of the box. Having the dual zippers to just slide them in and out for an old guy like me, it definitely works well. Makes it very easy to get in and out of them. And surprisingly, I have a heel toe shifter that I install on this Classic 350, and it does help with that heel toe, having the work boot style bottom on it. It's easier to get that heel shift in there than the flat. I think I have TLX, kind of a Van skate shoe is my other shoe. This mesh, it's a little bit cooler in the summertime, but that's a bit harder to get because they're flat on the bottom. It's hard to get that heel toe shift a little bit more. So this is able to do that shift much easier, and it's a little bit longer boot, so it fits really well between the heel and toe. I really just have to kind of move my foot sideways in and out to be able to get between the heel and toe and the front shifter. And I wear about a size 10.5, 11 boot. So if you are having problems with your heel tilt shifter, you just don't feel like you get comfortable on it, try throwing on one of your pairs of work boots and see if it feels any different. I wasn't sure if I'd liked it at first, but I found someone in the US with a used one that they tried and didn't like it, so I decided to give it a shot, and I'm still feeling it out. I think I like it, but I'm not quite sure. It's definitely a lot easier than fiddling around. The shifting lever on this Royal Enfield doesn't seem to be at the right height. One notch is too high, one notch is too low for how I ride and how I'm comfortable getting over and under that shifter lever. So school's out down here, so I'm not sure why I'm following a school bus today, but I am. There's some nice beef cattle here in Kentucky where we are, near Lexington. There's a lot of beef cattle farms, lots of fresh beef to get. We haven't had rain in quite a while, so our lawns are pretty brown and burnt out now. Last summer was much cooler. Would have been better to ride last summer, but I was mowing twice a week, trying to keep up with the lawn. I don't have that problem this year. Come up on one of my favorite places near my house. This little valley down here. There's a really nice winery and restaurant at the top of the hill that we'll be coming up to shortly here. They serve lunch. I think they do tours. There's a really nice around this next curve coming up, there's a really nice nursery that we frequent quite often for our yard. Kind of a family-run operation. They have a nice variety of different flowers that we don't find everywhere else. There on the pole here you can see our tornado sirens. We are in tornado country here. They've changed to sending those off during severe thunderstorms as well as a tornado warning, which I don't think is the greatest thing. We get kind of too accustomed to hearing that, and you don't know now if it's an actual tornado or it's just a thunderstorm rolling through. So you have to wait till you hear through the whole siren, and then sometimes on some of them they have a PA that announces exactly what it is that the siren is for. This is a pretty ride down into this valley. Opens up, as you'll see here in just a second. come up on a nice little creek running through here. There's a spot to pull off, and you can park your vehicle, kind of jump the fence. There is a no trespassing sign, but I think it's just a insurance liability thing. And there's a really pretty waterfall, and you can kind of walk up and down the creek. So it's a pretty common spot for people to come during the summertime, especially when it's hot out. That's right off to our right. I don't know if I can turn the camera to show it. I'll try and turn it when I come around this corner and see it a little more. So yeah, there you go. Not much water right now. We're kind of in a drought. Like I said, I think we're supposed to get rain next week, and we really need it. Head up the hill here, and this should take us back into the town of Richmond, Kentucky. And that'll be my ride for today. Hope you like our channel here, subscribe. We'll have videos on some gear. I'll be taking some gear videos. I'll be taking some motorcycle reviews on the two bikes that I have, and maybe I'll get out to some of the motorcycle shops and take a short ride on them, do some demo rides to see what I feel like on some other bikes. But if you like it, subscribe, like our videos, and we'll keep putting out more. Thank you for watching, and I'll let you watch the rest of the ride.